There's one thing in life you have to do. Be you. That's it. That's all you actually ever have to do is be you. That's it. There's nothing else to anything. If you can be you, then what else do you need to do? What other truth do you have to remember? I mean, there's no other truth that you have to remember when you be you. And yet, it's almost like one of those things that like, oh, that's another spiritual saying of life and well, how do you apply that when I have to do all these other things? Are you setting more precedence towards those things than you are of that one thing? That's the difference. You are deciding what you want in life. You are the one that places your focus on all of it. You're the one that says, oh, this is what I want. This is what more of what I want. This is what I want in life. So life is going to give you more of that because you want more of that. So if you take the time and you do the hard work and you pretty much what's the concept? Oh, be you. Love yourself and accept who you are in all of your fullness, no matter what it is. It is you. If you don't accept that one part, you really don't accept any of the other parts. Even though those other parts you can love and da 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 da. There's no point. If you don't accept all of you, then you're not accepting any of you. And all that hard work and all that determination in any way, shape, and form, what's it amount to when you come to the next thing that is equal to those other things? That there is no difference of those other things that you had to do to this one thing because you have to do the same thing and essentially of acceptance, loving it, and finding a way of using it because that it's existing and it's in your moment of life. So, I mean, there's a point to where how do you do that? How do you use your moment of life to be grand in of yourself, upon yourself, for yourself, and yet, are you really yourself when you're doing it? Or are you just part of life? Are you part of life in a degree that what you do affects life and everything around you, and so then it affects you? And yet, the kicker is, is it from you? Did you create that? Did you send off that thing to that is going to come back to you? Because what happens is a very, very, very simple thing. Whatever you send out, you're going to get back. You're going to get back what you send out. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. So when you are in confusion about sending unconditional love to something, just be empathetic to yourself. Because in a sense, when you're empathetic to yourself, you're being empathetic to something else. Because that's not you. You're not empathy. You're who you are. You are what you are. You are yourness. And that and when I am you are you. And you're creating your life. And through the measurements of what life is and what you already want to learn and what you are already doing does not negate the fact that you are powerful. Does not in any of the sense downgrade any of that at all. Because it's already what it is. And it's still coming in existence. And so are you. You are all what you are. And yet, if you choose to recognize it one way, that's the one way it's going to show itself. And if that means you miss the opportunity-ish thing, whatnots of words and all those things, because you want it to go through this door, / you're only looking at that door, you're not looking around, you will miss it. It will shake you. It can do it lightly, heavily. There's some energies don't feel like bantering you. Don't feel like being a banshee at all in any of the sense. They just want to be recognized. That's it. They just want to be recognized and then move forward from that standpoint. And yet, it really comes down to your perception of what is life. What is your state of being? What is your being? What are you being? To me, that's what it is. There's no difference in a being, like a human being, to that of doing and being. There's no difference. It's the same. Regardless if it's spelled differently, it's still the same thing. It's still you. You are a being. What are you being? You being. Being. I am being. I amness. You are that. What is your concept? It's hard to explain that when I get it, and yet, do I get it? I don't know. Yet, do you... That's the point. Do you take the moment to? I could echo to myself all I want. Yet, I record this because potentially life is ready for you to claim your power back and live life and be you and enjoy it. So go off and live. You being you for what is life in your means. Because if you're not going to claim your power or any of that, if you're going to just let life decide what you want and all that kind of stuff, then you're not really using your power. And you're blocking life and building a dam to, well, life can only go so far when you're part of life in that of what you are and how you have your powers and all of that kind of stuff. Yet, life will respect you because you are life. And you said, I want this, and so that's what life is going to give you. In all the simpleness of it. So what do you want? Don't focus on how you're going to get there. Don't focus on the goal. Focus on the journey of taking the moment to do that. Taking the time. If it's called hard work, then do the hard work. If it's life, then do that thing life. Be you. Radiate. Explode. Be your magnanimousness of what is life, of who you are and what you want in life. Because that's the only way. The only way. The only way that you're going to get anything in life that you want. In a conceptualized means of what do I want? This is what I see my enjoyment as, and this is what I want. So, what is that for you? Don't get caught up in the whole, it's clearing itself out and it's getting to that point, but yet you did so many backdated things, and it's backdated itself that it has to run through the backdated means before it gets to the means that you want. And that's a very simple way of understanding why you have to keep being faithful, why you have to keep enduring life until you get to the point where you can say, I like this point of life and I want it. And yet, when you get there, you will only say, I need to get somewhere else. I want to be somewhere else because it's not the point of getting to a destination. You are the destination. You have to add to your destination before you can have any other means of getting somewhere. That's it. That you are it. You are it. Change your perception and you empower yourself. You are it. You are the thing. You are life. That's what it is. You are it. That's it. You are it. You control it. How often do you give yourself this permission to give your power away? Just because you think this is the only way does not mean it's the only way. That's the only way to give somebody else your power. Yeah, that's what it is. Nobody knows how to finish the sentence, yet that's what it is. Live your life. Love yourself. Go forward and do the hard work.